Today we're going to talk about a couple bursts is what we kind of call them. Things to get to the middle of the field off of little actions. This is a really big play in the Big 12 championship game. You can see 3rd and 9, 3.5 minutes left. This is the drive that kind of puts the game away for Oklahoma. And they end up, this is a really big play that puts them in the field goal range and lets them burn a little bit more time off the clock. But what we're going to see is they're actually faking their underscreen out of 3x1, which we have a video on their underscreen, kind of how they do it. They really didn't do it very often out of 3x1, and they do it a little bit differently here to cover everything up, to kind of show what all is going on. You can see right here, typical forefront, they're covering everybody up, too high safety. So typically what you'd end up doing if you were running this underscreen is you'd block here, here, here. He would actually, tailback would be on this side, he would be arcing to there, and they'd be reading somebody in this space, maybe even this guy, to make sure that if he goes there hard, that quarterback can run the draw that direction. But they usually don't run it out of trips. What they do is they have him on the under, behind the line. They actually send him to stalk this guy and show hands, make him feel like he's about to get cracked, and then he bursts vertical right there. The other thing that's pretty ingenious right here, they know it's zone coverage, everybody's covered up, and they're trying to get a pop. They end up sending him that direction to hold that corner so that he doesn't get a little antsy and get in on that play and try to cover that guy up. But we'll play it real quick and we can get a real good look on it. Again, you can see that guy stuttering on him, then he goes vertical, gets a nice easy throw right there in the middle of the field off of a play that they don't run out of this formation, but they've just seen this action so many times on film that they jump it, and they're real antsy right here. And fourth quarter, 3.5 minutes left, trying to get a big stop to give their offense the ball back to have a chance to win the game. Right here you can see it from the end zone view. Again, quarterback's just taking a drop. He's stuttering them, does a really good job. One thing that a lot of teams will say on their stutters is they're sitting there and they're going to show hands. They're not trying to make contact, but they're going to sit there and show hands and try to stay square and come to balance until that guy gets his eyes off of you. And then when he gets his eyes off you, now it's time to go. Right there, good throw, or easy throw and catch right there for a big play. And it was a big play in Oklahoma season. It's the only time this year that they ran that pop, and is in a very crucial situation to get a big play. And this is just kind of a thing to show you guys that you can have little things. If you're running that underscreen a lot, you better have something to protect it, and you can call those at really opportune times. Work them all year. I'm sure Oklahoma had been working this all year and they never called it, and they end up calling it right here in a real crucial situation that helped them to win that Big 12 championship game. Here's another burst from Oklahoma that is pretty interesting. We talked about snag from Ohio State. We have a video of their snag concept. This is similar to the snag concept and kind of a burst they have off of it. Florida Atlantic kind of jumbles this up because what they end up doing is they end up rolling to that side of the field. But what you're really trying to do is you're getting a corner. He's coming in here trying to look like he's running the snag route and then burst to the middle. And normally on a snag, he's going to be a flats or a swing, something like that. But what they end up doing is he runs a corner. He comes in and shows like he's running a snag, and then he goes vertical, and he actually runs an angle right there to high-low those middle backers or safeties. And over here on this side, they actually run their slot fade, which is the way that we run slot fade. We really like it against one high look. So if I was having them roll that direction, I probably would have told our quarterback, hey, let's slide over here to the slot fade and take advantage of that. And we'll come back over here whenever we get a too high look. But we'll play it real quick so you can see exactly what takes place. All right, so you can see right here, that's kind of similar to a snag. We got a corner. He's coming into that area. He looks like he's going to the flats, but now he's going to end up coming in, and he's going to go vertical, I believe, over the top of him to get into some space. And again, down here we have slot fade. There's a lot of space here in this area to take advantage of if you have an in-breaking route from somebody. But we'll play it and we can see exactly what takes place. Kyler Murray steps up. He knows that those guys are hanging low. If it's too high, of course, hopefully that corner takes the safety, and you can see how low this backer's playing. I'm not sure if he's eyeing that run. It looks like he's just looking at the quarterback, but if he's looking at that running back, hopefully that would keep him a little bit tighter and even break right there. But he's able to get over this safety, and he's able to get it a big completion right there for first down on 2nd and 12 to create a big play. But you can also see how effective he's running a lot of snag, how effective that burst can be. If that corner's low on the flat route, you got the safety on the corner. Now that linebacker is sitting there with a lot of space behind him with no safety help. And if you can stutter right there, show your numbers maybe, and then that guy breaks on it, now you break to the middle of the field with a lot of space. Probably have something over here to keep the, get the quarterback's eyes there to begin with, to keep that backside safety off, because that's what you got to be aware of, is that backside safety on that. But kind of an interesting look right there, especially with that angle. I'd seen that burst quite a bit. I really had never seen it where you had that high low on those backers, which is a really good look, really good concept from Oklahoma.